What's up, YouTube? Bobbles and Ball Cards back with another video. Wanted to do another live stream with you guys. That way, could go over some things with you and kind of explain it as I go. Maybe it would be easier for people to understand. Just show some numbers, talk about a few things. I hope everybody is doing good on this Wednesday. We are halfway through the week. Hope everybody is safe. Hope everybody's healthy. Before I get into my actual topic, and while I wait for people to get on and kind of see what I'm talking about, kind of go over everything, and obviously these videos get posted, so anyone that doesn't, make it to watch the live stream, go back and, watch this, and you'll kind of see what I'm talking about throughout this video. Also, I want to go ahead and say it in the beginning. I know I have it posted up there on the board, but I would really appreciate if you guys, if you guys tell your friends or whatever to check the channel out, or if you're watching it. I think I looked at my numbers the other day, and it was really interesting. Out of everybody that watches the channel, I think like 68% of people that have watched my videos are not subscribed to the channel. So I do appreciate those of you that are subscribed and enjoy the videos, and that have already subscribed. At 300 subscribers, we are going to be doing another giveaway. So once we get there, got another giveaway planned for you guys. What's up, Nats, man, and Michael? Before I get into what I want to discuss and all of these cards laying here on the table, I want to pop you guys over here to my other screen. Here we go. I'm going to pop my chat out so I can see you guys while I'm on this screen. Okay. I wanted to bring this up real quick. Are you a groupie now? You're not a groupie, man. Hey, I watch y'all's channels too, as much as I can, as often as I can. I wanted to just talk about real quick. I want to apologize, but also let you guys know. I don't get to, let me pause this real quick. I don't get to go on and reply to everybody's comment. But if you see here, I don't know if this pops up for you guys when we do this, but if it has these little like heart reply things or whatever, it does mean that we have read your comment. We do go and read every comment that comes through. Sometimes it'll notify us on our phone that we get a comment, and we can see, like, especially if it's a long comment, we can see the comment, but not all of it. And then when we try to go, like, on the actual video to like read the full thing, we can't find it. But I just wanted to show you guys, I mean, we really do appreciate you guys. We go through and read all the comments, like cards, obviously. Busted, I don't have the little heart clicked, but I did reply. So we do try to get on and read everybody's comment because we do appreciate you guys. That's one reason that I like doing these videos live. I found that although, especially when a lot of people get on, I have a hard time keeping up with the chat if I'm in the middle of discussing something. But I like interacting with you guys. I like answering your questions. I like trying to help you guys out. And that's basically what this channel is focused around, is trying to give you guys information to help you, and just enjoy the hobby together. I mean, that's why it's called a hobby. So anyway, I've really enjoyed this. I really enjoy talking to you guys. We do appreciate the comments. We do read the comments. So don't think that if we haven't replied to your comment that, oh, they don't care, they didn't read it, whatever, because we do read every comment. So I just wanted to show you guys that. All right. Now, I want to get into talking. Let me take this camera back off real quick. What's up, Southpaw? Yeah, Michael, like I said, we try to read everybody's comment and reply to as many as we can, especially if y'all have a question. We do try to answer the questions, But anyway, this video, I know a lot of people probably wonder, because I've discussed before how we don't really buy into products to get autographs. We buy a lot of Topps products. We buy, Prism and Optic when it comes to basketball for the rookie base cards. Donruss. I mean, I've showed you guys my submissions, and I do submit a lot of just base Topps cards, base rookie cards. The Upper Deck Young Guns is another one that I really like, ripping and sending in, and that sort of thing. And with all of the products out there, with all of the autographs out there, with all of the patches out there, people probably wonder, why does he grade so much just base rookie cards, paper rookie cards? Why does he do that? So that's what I want to talk about. Some of you guys, and it's going to be mainly focused around baseball. I worked up some numbers just because y'all know I like to show numbers to you guys. I don't like to just sit here behind the camera and tell you guys, oh, well, this is worth this much and this is how you do this and whatever. I like to show numbers. So it's going to, I worked up some numbers. I tried to do a few different players, and I want to show you guys how it is so easy to make money selling base rookie cards. It's one of the simplest things that you can do in the hobby. And all of these cards here on this table, and I'll show you, and I'll pick these stacks up. Luis Reyes, Mercado, Eloy, these are just paper rookie cards. There are some chrome in here. There are chrome. But the majority, I would say 90 to 95% of all these cards are paper rookie cards. There's Hira. I told you guys I have a ton of Keston Hira, okay? You might wonder, well, why do you have so many? Why do you invest so heavily? Why do you invest so heavily in paper cards? And I'm going to also, I didn't include any in here, but people discount paper Bowman. They aren't the high valued, but they are so cheap to pick up and sell that they're a good buy. Now, obviously, Chrome's going to get you the better value, but you guys have seen, I sent in Luis Robert. I sent in Acuna's paper Bowman, which in fact I actually just sold last night. I need to package it up and mail it out tomorrow. Why do I do this? Why do I invest and grade so much paper rookie cards? And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to show you guys why. Okay? Move my chat back over. I'm going to bring up my other screen so you guys can see this as I am talking to you. Okay? Now, first things first. Should you buy raw? Should you buy raw? You can buy raw off of eBay and have success with it. But you have to invest a lot of time doing so. What I mean by that is, and one thing I want to suggest to people is look for kind of lots like this, where you can get 4 cards, okay? Keston Hira, he's roughly $6 raw right now. So this guy's got it up for 23 or best offer. You got 4 cards there. If you could shoot him an offer of $24, $25, you're getting free shipping on it. So, you know, that's right there in that price range. But you need to do your research of what cards are selling for, both low end and bottom end, and try to pick a price where you can snatch guys up that you know are of value. We'll use Hero for example. If a lot of, if you see several of his selling for $8, but then you see other people are dumping them at $6, take a look into it. But be very, very, very careful when you do it. Because you don't want to be buying these cards if they're damaged. If the person has sorted through all of his cards and he's selling off all of his junk, you don't want to do that, because I'm going to show you how you can make money off of this. And all of these were pulled. So I know I didn't buy a bunch of cards with dinged up corners or whatever. And Topps is cheap. So it's something that you can pick these rookies up if you want to go rip some packs or whatever at a fairly reasonable, cheaper low-end price, and get a good amount of cards that you can use as investments. But what I'm talking about, when you're buying raw, now this lot, okay, he shows the back and he shows the front. That's good sign. He's not trying to hide anything. But when you go on here on your computer, and you can do this on your phone too, if you pinch in, it's a little easier on the computer. But when you go over here and it says zoom, see how there, and then when I bring this up, it zooms it in real close. You want to check and make sure these people have good photos where they're not all angled and everything else, and you can see these cards clearly. You check all the corners, check the edges. Obviously surface, you're not going to spot surface issues in photos. I don't care if they got a high-res scanner, it's not going to show scratches and stuff. But check your backs. I mean, you can see all the yellowish color there. To me, like this card on the bottom row on the left, it's suspect of having a white corner. That top one looks good. This one's close. And then that bottom right one looks close. That's on the back. And then on the front, you want to do the same thing. And for the most part, these cards look like they're in pretty good condition. So, like I said, and like Southpaw just mentioned in chat, surface is tough in photos. However, paper cards, they are not, they're not 100% perfect on the surfaces, but they're a lot less likely to have scratches, dimples, things like that in them. They don't have that shine to them, so sometimes you can pick things up on the surface of a paper card without knowing for certain what your surface condition is. Though you can check the corners, you can check the edges, and you can look at centering. Now obviously on Topps cards it's tricky to tell what the centering is. On these here, what I normally try to do is I look at that curve down the right side and along the bottom and try to see if they're spaced pretty similar. If they are, I honestly I don't know what they look for in the centering on these. It might be a measurement on the logo, but if your corners are good, your edges are good, it looks like the card was taken care of. Most of the time, you're going to be okay. Okay? Now, I'm not guaranteeing every time, and that's why this is a risk, and it's easier to pull the cards. But if you want to do investments to make money, and yes, I titled this video, I'm going to show you how to double your money. Exactly, Ron. If it's a Chrome card and they don't want to show you the front of it, there is something wrong with it. They can give you whatever excuse they want, but there's something wrong with it. Okay, so when buying on eBay, make sure you are zooming in on the photo. Make sure to check your corners. Make sure to check your edges. If it's a card that you can determine centering on, check your centering. If you have questions, if you have any doubts about something, whether it be white on a corner or something, message the seller. If they're straightforward with you, then I'd say you're good to go to buy from them, because then at least if you get something and it's not in the condition they say, you have something to fall back on and you didn't just waste your money. If they get defensive or don't want to answer your question or whatever, stay away from them. And it does take a lot of research trying to find, lots and good deals, but it can be done. I showed y'all in my first return video all of those Juan Sotos I had that came back, that I majority got 10s on. I think I got 2 9.5s and the rest were 10s. In fact, I got a pristine Chrome and a pristine regular. All but 3 of those cards I bought raw on eBay. So you can buy raw. You just have to be patient. You have to do your research. You have to look at the cards. Like lots like this, I won't buy them. I won't even look at them, because I'll pull this up so y'all can see. This, stay away from it. Why does this person stack the cards? You cannot see the corners. I want to see everything. If I'm buying raw cards, I want to see everything, especially if I'm buying them in a lot. Yeah, sure, okay, I can tell there's 4 and 4 there, but you're allowed 12 free photos on eBay. Okay? This guy could have laid the 4 rookie debuts out, and then the 4 regulars out, and then flipped them over and did 4 and 4. You're allowed 12 photos free when you list an item. So I would stay away from this one. These cards may be perfect, but I would stay away from them, because if you can't show me individual pictures so I can check more in detail, I'm not interested. So anyway, I showed you guys that. Now, let's get into some numbers here. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to start up here, okay? And we're going to start with the guy I just talked about, the guy I just was showing you, Keston Hira, okay? And I'm going to go over here to my sales page, this 130 point, and I'm going to pull up 2019 Topps Update Keston Hira, okay? Now, right here, you can see $5, $6.50, $7.50 Canadian, I think is roughly $5, $5, $6.50. You can see, you can grab him up for $5, okay? So in this breakdown here, I have raw value at $5. I have your grading cost at $12. Now, I know it does not cost $12. The reason I put $12 is to account for some of the shipping costs and, other things. I just put 12 bucks on there. That way nobody can say, oh, well, it actually costs more to grade the card. So we did $12, okay? So right now you have $17 total invested. And this is also can be reversed into this form. If I want to sell these cards, I could sell my Hero for $5 minus the 13% fees and everything, and I would get what, I don't know, $4 and some change, right? $4. I could sell them raw. But you have $17 invested. Okay, now, right here, if you sell it for $40, $40, if you sell him for $40, right? You take your 13% off of eBay fees and PayPal fees. That means you got a total income of $34.80. And this is selling for $40. 100% profit would equal $34 because you invested $17. So you've doubled your money plus 80 cents. Okay? The last, and I'm using SGC on these pricing too, guys. I know people might comment if they watch this and be like, well, you'd make even more if you use PSA. I'm not talking about PSA because we're talking about fast. Everybody throws out that return of investment term, okay? My card sitting in California is making me zero money. Zero. But if I can get them back from SGC and I can get them on eBay, and even if I sell him for $40, I've doubled my money. Okay? So I'm going to use SGC 10 prices on all of these examples I'm going to show you guys. But the last one sold for $65. And just so nobody can say I'm BSing that SGC Keston didn't sell for that much, I'll pull that up. It's right here, May 2nd at 8:24 p.m. on auction. 16 bids, sold for $65. Okay? So all it takes for you to double your money is selling for $40. But the last one that sold for $65. So that's more than doubling your money. Okay? Why do I send in so many paper cards? If I went to work and my boss said, Brandon, I know you make $20 an hour, but today we're going to give you $40 an hour. Do you think I'm going to tell him no? Hell no. I'm going to jump all over it and I'm going to be like, okay. And in fact, I used to do that because the job I worked at when I lived out in Indiana, I got paid double time every hour I worked after 48 hours. And trust and believe, this old boy worked a lot of hours in his 20s. So, if you can double your money, you can. It's stupid not to, okay? Why sell it for $5 raw and make $4 out of it when you can double your money? So, I'm going to go to another one just so you can't say, oh, well, Keston here is only a $5 card. That's easy to double your money on, right? Okay, here we go. Top Series 2, Fernando Tatis. His raw value, about $10. I'll look it up and show you guys, just so you can say. Let's see, where's it at? Right here. We'll take off SGC. Oh, nope, that's not him. That's Top Series 2, Tatis. Let's see. Here's one that went for $11.50. Here's one that went for $9, $12, $10, $12, $10. So you can get him for $10. Raw price, $10. Again, I did $12 for the grading fee. So you have $22 invested. If you sell him for $51 and take out your 13% in fees, you actually made $44.37. 100% profit would be $44. Now, Again, we're going to use SGC as our pricing. Tatis, SGC 10, right? Last one sold Tuesday, May 5th at 5:13 a.m. for $55. So, you need to sell him for $51 to make 100% profit, but it actually sold for $55. Again, doubled your money. Easy. Okay? Now, okay, Tatis is only $10, right? Let's go with a basketball player. And this is paper. Donruss, paper. I have one sitting right over there on that shelf. A raw value, $20. Again, I'll show you right here. Donruss Zion. You got 1950. You got 2050. You had two of them for $42.50. Let's see, $19. So, $20 raw value, $12 again in fees. You got $32 invested. If you sell him for $74, 13% fees comes to $9.62. You made $64.38. You have $32 invested to double your money, $64, so you're just over your $64, okay? So let's go look at SGC 10. Right here. Last sold Tuesday, May 5th, 6 p.m., 39 bids, $95. This person here, they got a hell of a deal, or that person ended their auction because that one went for $64. But here you can see 104.50. 113. I went with the last one sold of $95. This person got a hell of a deal. That's all I'm saying. They made their money. But anyway, $95. So you only needed to sell him for $74, but the last one sold, and as you see, previous ones sold $95 and up. So, again, double your money. Okay? Yes, I'm going to start getting more into talking about football because that is one sport that I've realized I don't talk a lot about. And I'll be honest, I actually did have to stop at Walmart on my way home, and they had like 6 packs of the 2019 Donruss football. I bought them because Kyler Murray is a good investment. I should have put him on here to show the strategy of it. But anyway, okay, so now we're at a $20 card raw, and we're still doubling our money, right? So let's go up here. We'll go with Juan Soto, all right? He's a $30 raw value. And I think y'all are catching my drift, but I want to go ahead and keep going. That way I can show you guys. This is so easy to do if you do your research. Okay? Right here, that is actually a Chrome. That's a Chrome. Where's it at? Right here, $29. The Topps update, $33. $30. I'm not going to keep going on and on down the list, but you get the drift. So we have raw value, $30. Again, grading fees at $12. And again, keep in mind, I'm doing this as if you're like only sending in, 5 to 10 cards or whatever. When you get into bulk grading, which is what I'm doing, you're making more money because the fees go down. I mean, it's not by a lot, but the fees go down. So instead of paying $10 plus they added in with the return shipping and all that, I think USPS is what, $15 or something like that with SGC. But you go down because your per card goes down. I mean, you're saving, what is it, $1.50 per card, and then it goes on down based on how many cards you send in. So you're going to be saving a little bit more than this. But these numbers are for the person that just wants to send in a few cards. That's what these numbers are. Okay? You have $42 invested. You can sell him at $97. Okay? 13% in fees is $12.61. You actually made $84.39. 100% profit equals $84. Okay? Now, I have here $96 was the last SGC sold, right? You might be thinking, oh, well, you're not doubling your money on this one. Right now, I only do bulk on my own. People have asked me about group submissions. I need to get a little bit better idea on... I don't want them to lower the pricing, but I need to see if they could work, and I've discussed this with them a little bit, if they could work at maybe a 15-day turnaround rather than a 20-day or something like that. That way people are actually saving money. It's not a bulletproof system, Greg. You are correct. That's why I showed what to look for when you're buying raw. And I even said, you know, if you buy in a lot of 4, you may not get, 3 of the 4 may come out good. Or if you buy 5, 3 of the 5 may be good. But it is doable. I don't know if you watched my first video back, my first submission return from SGC. My first submission from SGC, I had, if I remember correctly, I had 12 total Juan Sotos in there. I had 10 regular tops, and I had 2 tops chrome update. I ended up getting 1 pristine chrome, 1 pristine regular tops update, 8 10s, and 2 9.5s. Now, for every card that you 10, you're doubling your money or more. Okay? You're doubling your money or more. So on that one that you might get a 9 or a 9.5, you're making up for it on, this one that you only had to sell for $40, but it actually sold for $65. Or this one that you could sell for $74 and make double your money, but it actually sold for $95 to $100. So no, you're not going to get a 10 on every card. But every one that you do get a 10 on and you're doubling your money or more substitutes the ones that you may slip up and get the 9.5 on. I mean, you can't look at it and say, okay, I'm sending 10 cards, I'm going to get all 10s and I'm going to double my money. No, but that's why these numbers are here. You're making $21 more than you actually need to sell for to double your money. So this $21 can, fill in for the one that you got the 9 or the 9.5 on. Okay? So, Pavel, you want to give it, you want to do your best to give the correct declared value, okay? Exactly, card currency. This is just used as a guide to show why I do so many paper cards. And just give me a second. I'm going to show you some more examples here. Because you say, okay, you're not going to get a 10 on every one of them. Well, what if you get a 10 Acuna, okay? A 10 Acuna. Yeah. No, it's not going to be, you're right, Greg, it's not going to be 100%. But look at this one, okay? You buy him raw for $35. You spend the $12 to grade him. You got $47 invested. You can sell him for $108. You have 13% fees of $14.04. Your actual income is $93.96. Okay, I'm 4 cents below making double my money because 100% profit would be $94. But right here, the last SGC 10 Where did it go? Right here, $155. The last one sold. So right here, you are now at $61 more than what you needed to hit. Well, actually, yeah, you would be selling for 47 more and your fees here would go up, but you're going to be making well over double your money of what you invested. So, I got an 8 Acuna. I had 2 tens and 1 8. So out of my 2 tens, I more than doubled my money. And then, the 8, I just took it as it was. A $35 loss, essentially. Or actually a $47 loss, excuse me. Because with this here, this price and this price, I can make up this price. So I can just write that card off as not even existing because I'm making that up right here. Okay? Because I got 2 tens and I got an 8. So the 2 tens, I'm more than making up for this $47 that it cost me. Now, the last one I'm going to show you guys. This is not a paper card because everybody might say, well, why are you only worrying about paper cards? I'm going to show you guys a bigger card and show how, but this card can be tough to grade, okay? Right, JC. I actually have that card up for $40 right now, and it's got like 7 watchers or something like that. I don't know. But I'm going to show you guys a bigger card, and this card can be hard to grade, okay? But I'm going to go with the Prism Zion Williamson base. All right, this isn't the silver, it's the base. You're going to have a $200 raw value. The Zions have been selling for right around $195 to $210 raw, somewhere in that range. I bumped the grading fees up to $17 because, again, we discussed this the other night, a card value less than $500, but it's going to be over the $250 mark, so we bumped it up here to the $15 rate. So we got $17 in grading fees. So if you paid $200 for it, or if you chose not to sell it for $200, you're going to have $217. If you sell for $500, if you get the 10 and you sell for $500, you'll take 13% in fees, which is $65. You actually made from the sale $435. Your 100% profit hit would be $434, so you doubled your money. But the last SGC 10 sold for $599. Yes, you can do minimum grade, but you still have to pay the grading fee. So you still need to account for the grading fees like I have here in my ratios. So just because they don't slab it, you still have to account for the fee. So here's the last Zion, $599. Trying to see here if I could find one. There was a pristine one here the other day, I think. Yeah, right here. If you hit that pristine mark, $725 on a $200 card. That's a lot of money. So, I just wanted to go over this with you guys because I do have, tons and tons of just paper base cards. They're so easy to obtain. You can find tops everywhere. They're cheap. For the most part, especially if you're opening them yourself, unless they're clearance packs that may have gotten tossed in the bins at Walmart or whatever, they're going to grade well. I've pointed out to you guys a couple cards that have a a known consistent defect with them, like Vlad and maybe Boba Fett. But for the most part, these Topps cards come out grading well. Same, I mean, I could do this with hockey too, but I need to do more numbers because hockey doesn't sell as often as like the baseball and stuff. Um, I Some people recommend putting the minimum grade. I don't, because if I'm sending the cards in, if I'm gonna pay for it anyway, go ahead and put it in the slab, man. I mean, if nothing else, if nobody wants to buy it, I'll keep it in my collection. I mean, I'm gonna pay one way or the other. I might as well have it slabbed up. And no, no, no. People have asked me before, do you crack cards? No, I do not. I will show you guys right here. I do not crack cards. Sell. Sign in. Right here. 2018 Topps Update SGC 8. I do not crack my cards. I just go ahead and sell them or I keep them. This card, honestly, if you look at it, you cannot tell why it got an 8. You cannot tell why this card got an 8. And I actually listed in my description. Top right corner is curled but no whitening and no creases, and there's a small dimple where the dot is next to Junior on his jersey. The dot is actually, it's right next to the dot next to Junior. What do you mean, Connor? I should do a live stream dedicated to trading cards. That's true too, though. That's true too, Greg. If everybody did a minimum grade 10, there would be no other grades in the wild. And that, by the way, if people are new here that haven't been on our live stream, my wife jumps on and chats with you guys while I'm talking. So that's her chatting. And she is correct. We did watch a video and someone said that SGC doesn't charge if they don't slab the card. That is only in a case if you send something in that they don't accept to grade. They have a small list of cards that they will not grade, and if you happen to send one of those in, or if it's something, I think if it, and don't quote me on this, but I think if it doesn't meet minimum requirements or something like that, they'll put something on there, stating that they can't grade it, and then they do not charge you for that. As far as the minimum grade, they do charge because they are still inspecting and examining the card, fully to see if it will meet the grade that you request. Like, if you say minimum 9, then they have to actually fully grade it to see if it is a 9. If it doesn't meet the 9, they actually graded the card. They're just not going to encase it for you because you requested that, but you do still have to pay the grading fee because they took the time to do it. Oh, you mean like a sell and trade kind of thing? Maybe we could do that one weekend or something when I'm off. See if people are interested in it. Um, I do want to tell you guys one thing tonight. I know that a lot of YouTubers, and I'm not getting into names or whatever, because there's many of them out there. I know a lot of them have these memberships and what is that other thing called where I can't remember. It's not GoFundMe, but it's some other thing. Patreon or whatever. I don't want you guys sending me money or signing up for some membership or, whatever. I do this to have fun. I really appreciate you guys when you jump on here and talk to me. I really appreciate knowing that you guys watch the videos and comment to us or reaching out asking questions. Um, I had somebody today on Reddit. They tagged me in a post, and it was very humbling because the guy didn't know how to help the original poster's question, and he knew that I do a lot with SGC and everything. But I also want to say, this guy said, I felt you were the best person to help this guy that had a question because you're a professional when it comes with SGC. That's not true, guys. I'm not a professional. I do this for fun. I use my experience. I use research. Like, you can ask my wife. When I got home this evening, I had this idea to show you guys, like, why I grade the paper cards so much and how you can literally just double your money. And I came upstairs while, she was getting dinner ready and all that. And I started crunching numbers. I'll show you guys. Look at this. Let me take this off other screen. Let me show you guys what I do, okay? I sit here and I crunch these numbers to come up with what prices to put on there. I make little notes over here, like from my last video when I was doing things, or not my last one, but the one before. I write all this stuff down. I take the time to sit down and do this so I can give you guys this information. And I want it to be as accurate as possible. I just appreciate you guys getting on here. I like that we can sit here and chat and all that. Pavel, I'm still, I know they're really busy right now, and so I have not wanted to bother them. I have not heard back from Andy yet. I did have a code, Rip and Flip. The code that I posted over the weekend was from Josh's interview, but even before that, I had a code for my channel. The code actually reached the limit, the number of users, and Andy was supposed to be reactivating it for me to allow more users to use it. I don't know if if it slipped his mind or what, but currently the code does not work. It doesn't say it's not valid. It says there is an issue. So something when he went in to reactivate it, he must have skipped a step or something, because like if you put the code from Josh in, it'll say expired. And if you just put a random code that it doesn't even exist, it'll say the code's not valid. When you put my code in, it says, oops, an error has occurred. Please try again in a few seconds. So there's something that when he reactivated the code for me, he must have missed a step, or I don't know what happened, but I'm still waiting to get back in touch with Andy on that. But I know they have been busy right now, and you know what? I'd rather you guys get your cards back right now, and when he gets a chance, or whatever, if he doesn't get back with me, I'll hit him up again and be like, hey man, did you forget about me? But I don't want to bug him like all the time. So, but yes, Rip and Flip, I did have a code, and Pavel, I am working on getting it reactivated like it was supposed to be. Cedar, they can cross. They can just do a cross. There's no guarantee that it will get a 10 still, but rather than, breaking the case and risking damaging the card, you can just send it and they can do a cross grade. So, does anybody have any questions regarding my discussion tonight? Do you guys see? I have a note. Give me 1 second, guys. The mailman came. Okay. All right. Well, my wife just sent me a text on there in the chat, and I got a note here. Okay. Now, how many people do we have on right now? All right, we got 28 people on. That's cool. All right, guys. So if you see, does everybody see at the top of the page? I know on mobile phone it's a little hard to see. At 300 subscribers, which right now we are at 239 subscribers. Okay, so when we hit 300 subscribers, we promised we would do a giveaway. I had threw the idea out there of doing a break and making it a free break. However, I have not came up with the logistics of how we would get everybody's addresses. I also talked to her because I know some people like baseball but don't deal with other sports. Some people like basketball, don't deal with other sports. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I had looked at prices and I wanted to do a break that had baseball, football, basketball, and hockey in it. That way everybody could enjoy it. I can get baseball really good. I can get football really cheap. I can get hockey at a reasonable price. I cannot obtain basketball at a good price. And even buying a blaster would cost me more than getting a hobby box of another sport. And I didn't want to go and do that because it wouldn't be fair to the people that watch, that enjoy basketball, to only have a Prism blaster or a Don Russ blaster or something like that, and the other sports get hobby boxes. So I had this idea. What I'm going to do, or what we are going to do, because I did discuss it with my wife, but then she added another thing on here. We are going to have 4 prizes. Okay? So there will be 4 winners, because I did feel really, 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 really bad that I could only do 1 winner in our 100 subscriber giveaway. There's going to be 4 winners, all right? Is everybody listening? How about this? It's going to be 300 subscribers. We're going to give away $300. First place, or the first person or whatever, will get $150. Second, we'll get $100. Third, we'll get $50. And then she added on here, fourth, we'll get a brake mat that we will have printed with their logo on it, if they have a logo. If you do not have a logo and you would like the brake mat with a logo on it, I will design a logo for you. And we can work on that together. You can tell me kind of what you would like or whatever. But it'll be a break mat. I'm sure you've seen people, when they sit and open the cards and everything. It protects your cards when you're opening. So again, first would get $150. Second would get $100. Third would get $50. And fourth, we will have made and buy you your own personal break mat with your personal logo on it. And if you don't have a logo, I do dabble with Photoshop and I can work something up. So that way, guys, I thought that would be easier until I can figure out a better way of getting people's addresses and stuff. I have actually thought about, if I ever get the time, to sit down and making a website, and I think that could be the easiest way to have a log of people's addresses for future things that we may do. But to do a break, I would have to, and to do it on All 4 Sports, I would have to have 32 people, and I would have to have all of your addresses, and then I would have to know what YouTube name is for this person and what their address is and what teams they had and this, that, and the other. And it just it would get really complicated, and I don't want to like screw up and send the wrong cards to somebody. We will work on that in the future. I do promise we will get something like that together. But I think right now, also with the COVID going on, I do know that, I don't know about everybody, but I do know I do have some subscribers that are out of work right now. And, yeah, sure, free cards would be awesome, but that would just be a chance at something. And, maybe $150 could help somebody out. Or, if you want to buy a card that you've wanted, or you want to buy your own box or whatever, you get to choose that instead of going after what I buy and hitting a team in a randomizer that you may not like and may not hit anything. So I thought this would be a better way of doing things and allow me to give to multiple people and allow you guys to be able to use it for whatever you would like. So, let's see. Cedar Park, use a microfiber. A microfiber like this, which this one has a piece of dust on it. Or, I talked about it in one of my other videos, Cedar. You can buy these big microfibers. Like, this thing is big. And then as they'll be folded, just follow the fold lines and you can cut sections out, so you can get like 12 of them, 12 small microfibers out of one of these big ones. And that's all I use. They're like $3 or something like that at Walmart. Yeah, just at Walmart in the what is that, the optometrist or whatever. Most Walmarts have an eye doctor there. If you go in that area, they normally have the big eyeglass cleaning kits. Just buy one of the big jumbo eyeglass cleaning microfibers and just cut it into smaller, smaller size. I'll show you. This one here is old, dirty. I gotta throw it away. But see, you can cut them into these smaller sizes and they work perfect. And they're real soft. They won't damage the card. I mean, they're used for cleaning your glasses, so they're not going to damage a card. It just makes sure that, if it gets dusty or, old or whatever, toss it out, cut you a new section, and you're good to go. And I want to say something else too about these giveaways. This isn't a ploy to get more subscribers or whatever. Um, this is just a way to give back because I'm trying to base my whole channel. You know, when I started this channel, what, 6 or 7 months ago, I started it by doing card openings. And, you know, it was fun to share that sort of thing. But I have found, as in, you know, especially like being on Reddit and talking to people on there, I have found it's very, very, very exciting to know that you can help people. It's exciting to know that you can give information that people can use that maybe they can pass on to somebody else. I had somebody comment that said they had just found the channel and they had just gotten back into collecting because they wanted to do it with their son. That is the greatest feeling ever, that they appreciated our videos and our videos helped them to do something with their kid. And that's what this is about. Um, you know, and I know it looks like, you know, I push SGC, push SGC. I have talked a lot about them because, not because it's the popular thing, not to get views on anything. I've pushed them because of my own personal experience and I want to share that with others. I don't want, you know, you'll hear people, well, I'm going to try them out. I'm not trying them out. I've shown the evidence. I used them. I couldn't be any more happier with the services that I have gotten. And that's why I'm spreading the word. Real input by someone that's using them, not just someone that said, I seen so and so using them, or I've heard a lot of talk about them. You know, I always tell people, be your own. The best judgment is yourself. I can tell you all day long, I can give you opinions, and I can suggest for you to try them out. But the only person that can really tell if they're satisfied or not is you. And if you can use any of my information or any of my help to make you just give them a try, like the promo code when that was working, just give it a try. And when you get the results back, I'm telling you, you're going to see everything I've been talking about. And that's why I talk about it so much, is just to help you guys out. Honestly, I tried PSA. That's who I was going to use. And I got a bad experience. And that led me to going to SGC. And now I'm happy. So I'm sharing that. Yeah, Cedar, there's some great people on there, and then there's others that just... Actually, Rip and Flip, I have seen that tool on there, and I have thought about buying it. I have seen it. Let me see if I can pull that up, and I'll show you guys what he's talking about. That's a very good thing to bring up because I've actually meant to bring that up in videos before. Card grading centering tool. I know exactly what he's talking about. This thing right here, 1,300 of them sold. I've seen them on here before, and I've actually thought about buying one. See this right here? It's just a piece of plastic. I've showed y'all what I use. I just use a protractor, and it's like real, you know, plastic and flexible, so I don't damage the cards. But I think this thing could work. I might have to buy one and try it out. It actually, I've seen them before. I'm glad he brought that up. I think this could be a very useful tool. But no, I have never used it. And see, if you look there, it even says like it has the numbers on it to tell you what the grading is: 50-50, 60-40, or not the grading, but the centering. Yeah, I think this thing could be really, really useful. So thank you for bringing that up. I've been meaning to talk about that on the channel, and I forgot about it, and I haven't bought one. I keep forgetting. And they're only $15, 15.99. So yeah, thank you. I meant to bring that up and I forgot. Um, let's see. Reviews don't really happy with the result. Yeah, JC, I could shout your channel out, man. I actually seen it slipped my mind. It was JB Sports Cards, and I think it was who was the other one? I think it was maybe Southpaw and JB Sports Cards, or there was two people the other day that actually were commenting in one of my videos, and they ended up following each other. Yeah, hey, everybody, this is a community. I want to treat everybody like a community. You know, people shout me out, and I normally up there at the top on that scrolling thing, I do shout outs. I just wanted to put that up there to let everybody know that we were doing the giveaway. But yeah, everybody go follow JC. Help his channel out. Hell, everybody go follow everybody else. If you're making videos, I'm sure other people in the community, that are on here right now would like to, check out everybody else's video. I try to watch as many people's as I can. A lot of times it's on the weekend because with me being back to work now, but yeah. I don't mess with gloves, Greg. I know a lot of people do. I don't wear gloves. I just make sure to hold the card, gently. I have a video of things I use when we're you know putting the cards in here. And if y'all notice, all of these cards are in card savers. I have like boxes over there that are already in card savers as well. So, does anybody have any questions about tonight's topic though, guys? Did it make sense of why we buy so much, Tops, um, just Tops flagship, Tops update? Did all that make sense? I mean, there's so many guys here that will end up being graded. I talked about this guy. I back, when I say something about somebody, I have plenty of them, So, I could try to do that, JC. I'm going to be honest, and I've said this since the beginning. I did a little video, I don't know, a few weeks ago about people I felt was undervalued in 2019 Topps update. But I don't want to be one of those investor type guys. I don't mind, if you guys would like for me to, if y'all would like for me to talk some about that, I can, but I don't want to become one of those people. I would rather do something like I did today to show you how to turn $20 into $40. I don't want to tell you buy this guy and he's going to blow up, or buy this guy and hold on to him for, 3 to 6 months and his prices are going to increase? Because I don't know. I don't know if he's going to get hurt. I don't know if he's going to get in trouble. I don't know if he's going to get traded or sent down to the minors or whatever. I don't know. But what I do know is in today's market, you can take a $5 card and double your money. You can take a $30 card and double your money. That is what I do know. I can't predict the future. I can't tell you who to hold on to. I mean, you see how many cards I have sitting here. I'm holding on to them. I can't tell you that. And really, the cards are more than $1 anyway. One reason that I got into grading is because I noticed I was selling so many cards raw, and I could be making more money by selling them graded. And then I can take that money and reinvest into buying more, so I'm not using out-of-pocket expenses all the time, and I can add to my collection. That's why I got into grading so much. What's up, Chris? Cedar Park here. Let me see if it goes on here. Card grading. Start submission. Log me in. Give me 1 second. I'll try to help you out here. I think it's right here on the thing. Yeah, right here. All right. Let me pull this up real quick. Okay, right here. When you go on here, and I always use this John Morant checkerboard card. When you go on here to do your submission form, instead of raw card grading, you'll go here and click crossover. Okay? And the minimum grade requested, you would see on here when you do a crossover, you have to put a minimum grade, because say you want to keep it as a 10, but GMA gave it a 10 and you don't want it cracked unless it is an SGC 10, they will not crack the case. So you have to tell them, okay, if SGC thinks it's a 9, then it's okay to crack it. But if it's an 8.5, leave it alone, or whatever. So when you do a crossover, they do require you to give them a minimum grade. And then right here, you would just put whatever the certification number, like graded cards. Well, I don't have my screen up, but right here there would be a certification number. Should be one on the slab. You would just put that on there. But you don't have to put a note or anything like that. You would just do your submission as a crossover versus a raw card, and then put in whatever the minimum grade is that you request. That basically tells them it's okay to crack the case, because what happens is when they get your card, your GMA card, they'll inspect it through the case. They won't just immediately crack it and inspect the raw card. They'll just inspect it through the case. What's up, Guns? Hey, Greg, I'm not even going to get into that. But I am going to tell you one thing between me and you guys in chat. That's one reason I wanted to express to you guys, I don't ever want you guys paying me a membership fee. I don't want you paying me Patreon. I don't want you paying me anything except for the enjoyment of coming in here and chatting with me, commenting on the videos, letting me know that you like them. Hell, just click that thumbs up button. That's enough payment for me. I don't want no money. Just give it a thumbs up. Just click that little thumbs up button and you paid me. I I have thought about something like that, but YouTube is so damn picky. I don't know if they would take down every one of my videos because it's copyrighted. I don't know how people get away with that stuff. So I don't want to sit here and enjoy this time with you guys, and then YouTube just keeps taking my videos down. So that's why I don't have no music. I don't play no music, nothing like that, because I don't get into all of that crap, and I don't want them starting deleting all my stuff or banning me or whatever. So I have too much fun with you guys. So Ron, I have thought the same thing, and I never have tried crossing over. Um, but I also think SGC prides themselves enough in being consistent that they would not be swayed or persuaded by what slab it's in. I think they would truly try to give it the most proper grade. The only thing that concerns me um, is I don't know how they can give an accurate grade through the plastic, because like I have some cards that I cannot tell a damn thing wrong with them in the slab, but there's got to be something. So, you know, I don't know how they would see that. Like, if I use a loop on this through the plastic, and this has like any kind of swirling or scratches or whatever on it, I don't know how they can determine that from the actual card. Like, I don't even inspect my cards in the card savers. I take them out. So I don't really know how they do it. They do it every day. I don't. So Rip, they are very, very good at identifying cards. So if you don't put the proper thing, the online submitting form is just a guide for them. It's more so they can open it up and pull your information up and see to make sure that there's enough cards in there. But as far as properly identifying them, they will be more accurate on that. And they go over every card anyway. So, you might, word it as silver instead of hollow, but they'll know that optic is hollow and prism is silver, or whatever, that sort of thing, and they will label it what it should be labeled at. So it's not a big deal if when you put it in there, that you don't have it perfectly labeled, because they go back over all of that anyway. I mean, if they went by everything that everybody said when they fill out a submission form, good lord, some of the slips would be probably hilarious. So in the big picture, we all know there is slim to zero difference between a 9, 9.5, 10, 10 gold, 10%, etc. I disagree with that, Patrick. Um, you can tell a big difference between a 9, especially a 9 and even a regular 10. The reason why pristines are so valued, and I don't know about BGS, again, I've never used them, but to get a pristine with SGC, one of the hardest factors is it has to have 50-50 centering. So that it's hard to get. So that's why the pristines carry so much more value, because that card, when they designate it pristine, it has zero flaws. That's why I don't agree with BGS 10 Pristine and then BGS 10 Pristine Black Label, because pristine is pristine is pristine. So I don't get that. I know, Cards. What's with that, Nats, man? I know you say that you just. I watched your video last night. You sitting there saying, "Oh, I ain't a nobody on YouTube and this and that." Man, come on, stop playing with us. We know the truth. You, he claims he's a retired cop. I think he's an undercover investigator, and he's working with them feds, knocking out PSA and working hand in hand with SGC, and that's why he's getting that gear. That's what Natsman is doing. Alright, guys. It's almost 10 o'clock, and I'm getting older by the day. But, Patrick, I mean, you can tell a difference. You can definitely tell a difference between a 9.5 and a 10. That's why, honestly, I don't know why PSA does not have a middle grade. They'll do, and I'll show you. A lot of people doesn't know this. I'm gonna show y'all something. I'll go get this, okay? How many people realize that PSA have half grades? You don't see this very often, a half grade. But they have them, just not between 9 and 10. And that doesn't make no sense. Why can they go 8.5, but they can't go 9.5? Why can they have a near mint plus when 9 is mint, but this is near mint to mint plus? So how does that make any sense? So anyway, yeah, and I've heard that they never will because they don't want to follow in the footsteps of BGS, and BGS had the 9.5 because that's their gem mint, but it's an artificial distinction. Then they shouldn't mark it as gem mint. If they're not gem mint, then they shouldn't be termed as gem mint. I mean, that's all it is to it. If they're saying, "Oh, well, you know, they're not gem mint because they're saying they're not perfect," then why mark them as gem mint? Or why, and this is my biggest gripe with PSA. Why one day this card could be a 10, but one day it's a 9? Same card. And that's why their pop reports, I do not value their pop reports. Cards get cracked, submitted, resubmitted, cracked, resubmitted, cracked, resubmitted, cracked, resubmitted. All the time. There's no 100% card. I disagree with you. I completely disagree with you on that. But anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off here. I got to get up in the morning, get back to work. I hope everybody has a good Wednesday night. And I do appreciate all of you guys jumping on here, chit-chatting with me. And yeah, I'll get on and do more details of the giveaway. And just keep an eye out for that channel, or for that video, not that channel. Be sure that you have subscribed. Go ahead and hit the like button on there. I do appreciate that. But anyway, guys, Hope everybody has a good evening. Stay safe, stay healthy, and until the next video, I'm out.